There's a number in the new Siri announcement nobody on stage dared to say out loud. $1 billion a year. That's what Apple now pays Google just to make Siri usable. Apple, paying its single biggest rival every single year, just so the assistant on your iPhone can finally answer a real question. For 2 years, they promised Siri would get smarter with their own world-class AI. At Worldwide Developers Conference, they finally shipped it. But the smart part? It isn't Apple's at all, it's Google's. Here's how the new Siri actually works under the hood. The easy stuff, timers, texts, turning off your smart light still runs on Apple's own small models on your phone, like before. But the hard stuff, real reasoning, the questions that made old Siri say, "Here's what I found on the web," that gets routed straight out to a custom version of Google Gemini. Apple's spin is that it's private. The Gemini model runs inside their private cloud compute. Fine. That's the part they want you to hear. The part they don't say out loud is the rest of the sentence. It's still Gemini. The core brain of the new Siri is a frontier model Apple did not build, could not build in time, and is now renting from the exact company it spent a decade trashing over privacy. And this is the detail everyone missed while filming overhyped reaction videos. Who pays whom and why? Apple makes the most profitable hardware on Earth. They have more cash reserves than some countries. They've been working on this since 2024. Yet, when it came time to ship the core feature meant to sell the next billion iPhones, the truth was simple. Ours isn't good enough. Theirs is. So they wrote a check, reportedly around $1 billion a year, to Google, their main competitor for a job they promised they'd do themselves. Think about what that admission costs a company like Apple. This is a brand built on the religion of, we control the whole stack. But on the one technology that's eating the whole industry, they just quietly outsource the most important piece to their rival. Now, is it the right business move? Absolutely. A working Siri is worth way more than Apple's corporate pride. Renting the best model today beats shipping a bad one for 2 more years while users migrate to Android. Smart business. Cold, but smart. But don't let the shiny PR hide the deeper truth. This deal exposes the reality of the current AI race. First, Google proved that the raw model, the base intelligence, is the ultimate product. Not the phone, not the operating system. The brain. Google owns one of the few brains powerful enough that even Apple has to come knocking on their door. Second, Apple proved that endless cash and a decade of monopoly don't automatically buy you a frontier AI model. That's a completely different kind of engineering moat, and Apple just admitted they don't have it yet. So next time Siri actually solves a complex coding question instead of failing miserably, just remember who's actually answering. It wears an Apple logo. It thinks with Google's brain. And it costs $1 billion a year to keep the lights on. The Siri nobody saw coming isn't a smarter Siri. It's the moment Apple admitted who's really winning. That's the signal. The rest is noise. Subscribe if you want it before everyone else. See you next runtime.